Welcome back, everybody, to another update on construction progress throughout the Disney parks, including this week, Mickey and Friends parking structure, which is where we're beginning our morning to see. Well, there's a lot going on here, actually, but this view that we're getting is of the former Pinocchio parking lot, where it has been almost half dug up. The pavement has been dug up. That's all dirt over there on the right, and now we're panning left to see where they're getting ready to do more digging, I'm sure. This is going to be, I don't know if this is going to be worth watching every week, but maybe it is, I don't know. It's a parking structure after all. But progress is going to be made, so we're going to follow it as much as possible, I guess. And as we pull back, you'll see the area formerly known as Bag Check, and that is because the tram routes have changed. And here we're going to start. Actually, let me pause right here real quick because I want to show you what's going on. The tram routes have been changed. Presumably, because they're doing, they're building a new parking structure. Makes sense, right? So what we're getting is a new tram route, a new pickup area, loading for the tram, and a new bag check. Now, what I'm going to show you basically is just the tram route, or where where you can see the tram, because we are not permitted to film bag check or any of the security areas. We referenced that in the trip report. I got stopped by security. Said, please don't do that. And I'm like, okay, no problem, I won't. I'm going to show you just really the exteriors here in the tram route. And you can see that the route is reversed. It's entering, this is the return tram, and it's entering the parking structure. They pick you up in the Chippendale parking lot. Here's a view from the top here, and you can see the guests have to, after they get down the escalator, they have to turn around and come back into the parking structure. Fascinating. Here's another shot, same thing. Those guests they have to go down the escalator, around the escalators, and then follow that tram back into the Chippendale parking structure to go through bag check and get on the tram. And here's one of the trams going the other way. Usually we see trams going the opposite direction, but this guy is coming back. That's a return tram to the parking structure. Now here I've come down the escalator, and they've got everything, fenced off to give you a clear idea of where it is you're supposed to go. And there are some guests heading into the parking structure. And now this is us leaving, and I'm showing you this because it looks weird. Because if you've ridden the Disneyland tram from the Mickey and Friends parking structure for 1,000 years, it's gone the same way pretty much the entire time. But today it's like we're in, London, England. Driving on the left, and it's really strange. And then this is as you approach downtown Disney. Again, you're starting on the left side. Excuse me. And then you make that trip around this hub area, and you're gonna exit the same place as you did before. It's just so strange. It's so backwards and weird. You exit in the same place, but you disembark on the left rather than the right. It's all very weird. And by the way, this all is going to change probably again in another week or so. I think that this is not permanent. Let's go to Splash Mountain. People have asked, David, what's the update on Splash Mountain? We talked about this on the website, but not in a video, I don't think. Did we? Anyway, nothing going on, except there is a rumor going around that the flumes are changing. I don't know if it's a rumor, it's speculation or whatever, that the flumes are changing to, the Walt Disney World style flumes based on this graphic on the Disneyland app that shows side-by-side seating on Splash Mountain. That's always been the case. From what I understand, that graphic has been there for 5 years, maybe? I don't know, a long while. So no, there is no plans, as far as I know, to change the flumes from single row, single file to side by side. Not only that, it would be we would know about it, because that would require a major overhaul of the track. The tracks are built for the kind of flumes that they have right now, and we're not seeing them rip out any track or anything like that. So the assumption should remain that it's not changing. Let's go to the monorail to find out what's happening at Small World, and we're going to go super slow again. Last week, we saw that they were getting ready to lay some new concrete, some new pavement on this back parade route, and it looks like eventually when we get there that is exactly what we'll find. And there it is. They have put down the new concrete. Let's pause right here. Actually, first I want to pause here to say the monorail windows were not open. Normally I have a different angle to shoot from because I can put my camera out the window a little bit, but you can see we had to keep it in the car because it rained, or it was raining that day. So the windows were closed, so my perspectives are going to be a little different. But so that's today, and then that is last week. I mean, it certainly is a better shot, isn't it? I was kind of disappointed when I was looking at the video. I'm like, this is going to suck. But yeah, so the concrete is been poured. It's down. It's, drivable again, and there it is. Now, like before, because of the window, our perspective here is going to be a little different, so it's going to be hard to compare. But we'll stop right here just to show you this. That's today. That's this week. And then there's last week. It looks about the same from here. Now, when we get to our next stop, though, is when we'll really start to see something interesting. So we will continue. And you can definitely see there's that red concrete and then dirt. Now, let's pause. Initially, I was trying to figure out what is guessed and what isn't. I think those trees, you can see there's some trees on the left there that are being planted and creating right next to that little, the divider, the whatever you want to call it, whatever that is that's separating the concrete from the dirt. There's definition being put in here. That suggests to me that's your official parade route. It's probably also guessed, and I think that on the other side of that is going to be our extended queue. Whatever it is that they're doing, that's our extended queue. Where the dirt area. We don't know what that is yet, but it's not going to be concrete and walkable by guess in the sense that it was before. They've basically moved the walkable area to the left, which is actually exactly what we predicted a bunch of weeks ago when we first heard this rumor, and we were talking about how they were going to move everything over to the one side. And that is to make room for a new queue. And I'm guessing where that dirt is where the new queue is going to be. That's why you're seeing definition now. That could be a curb, perhaps, that they're putting there down the middll. I'm not sure. Constructionites might be able to chip in there on that. But that is the end of the paved surface. That is the end of the parade route. That is the end of the paved surface. I'm almost certain of that. The trees are telling us that story. The fact that they're planting trees suggests that they're not just going to split the street down the middle. They've got plans that are not street related for that dirt. So I don't know. That's the best way I can put it. They've got plans that aren't street. So I think that's pretty neat. There it is. That's last week, and then we'll continue with this week. Right? I mean, that's gonna be your extended queue for this year, new queue for Small World. And we'll pass through the trees for a look here and watch how it how the new track is flowing, how the new paved area is flowing out. And then we'll head over to DCA for a look at the Incredicoaster and the scaffolding and all that stuff working on the launch tubes for the character moments that they're building. And we can see a bunch of guys constructionizing in there, but I tried to squeeze in, but I couldn't really make out what specifically they were doing or if we could see anything. I've been trying to see inside those tubes for weeks. I've heard, or I think I saw an image once where somebody was able to see Mrs. Incredible inside the tube, but I've not been able to see anything ever, not at any point. But I tried. And then we'll get a longer view, and where are we heading? We're heading over to the loop and the other Scream tube up there where they're making progress. It looks like they haven't gotten anywhere yet on actually closing that one in. Now here we are on the bridge. You can see they've put up some, they're working on that overhang that goes down the boardwalk. And what I want to do here, I think, is show you just the kind of the phases that it's gone through. This is the last week before the pier closed. So you can see that's what the original, I guess, what do you call that? Like an awning of sorts, that covered the walkway. And then that is 2 weeks ago. They took down a lot of the cross thatching for a new design, I'm sure. What that is, who knows? Let's continue down to the pier. Actually, let's take another look at the launch tube from closer to, this is where I think we're over here by Errol's Grotto right now. And actually what I want to do, all right, that's right, we got another tube here. There's that going on, 3 tubes they're working on now. But this is the next thing I wanted to look at. You notice that the facades are still up for the boardwalk games, but we're expecting those to change. So this is a view I'm going to come back to later on to see what's happening here, to see if we can see any progress on the theming of the boardwalk changing over to a Pixar theme. That's going to be fascinating to watch, I think. And then back down to boardwalk approaching a credit coaster, and you can see they've taken out a little bit more stuff since last week, but not a lot. But you can see that, all the exterior queue stuff has been taken down. Here's a look at the Incredicoaster track with some guys working on it. Can't really tell what they're doing, but my guess is that they're installing the water, effects that we've heard about. When the Incredicoaster launches, water will splash up at you as if it were Dash. I guess that's the assumption, is that Dash is running alongside you, kicking up all that water like he does in Incredibles, which is just one of the best scenes in the whole wide world. Love that scene so much. Take a break because these two numbskulls right here wanted to ride the King Triton's carousel while I was doing my update.
What a couple of dorks. Oh, there they are again. Hi. I see you. So much fun watching a carousel go around. And then, this is what I'm talking about, third lap. You're like,
I love my friends so much. All right, let's get back to work. Let's look at, here's another shot of me trying to get inside that tube. To no avail, though. I swear, unless I can't see anything, or you guys can see stuff that I can't see, I don't see anything in there. It's just darkness. I wonder what those orange blocks... At first I thought those orange blocks were tool chests, but I don't think so. Somebody tell me what those orange blocks are on the left. Because they're definitely in a pattern. If they're in a pattern, maybe they have some function. And then we'll close out. Our last shot will be of the mesh in front of the scrim in front of Incredicoaster. Just seeing if I can see anything here as well, but it's kind of hard to pick up, obviously, because there's 2 layers. There's that one little corner down there is okay to see through, but there's the first layer of scrim, and then there's another layer. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time for Spectin' Stuff. We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out some of our other videos and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. We truly are the best of Disney Baked Fresh Daily. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Fresh Baked!